Hey everybody, it's your boy Dan, and I'm here with my buddy Austin, who is with
Atlanta Blasting Professionals.
Yeah, see, we got the microphone going here. Finally, as you guys know, I've been waiting to blast my car for some time. It's been in pieces. Been waiting on like a way to blast away the rust, and you guys are mobile.
We are, correct.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
Mostly throughout Atlanta. We do go outside of Atlanta. The furthest north we've gone is probably Gwinnett. We've gone as far south as Peachtree City, Noonan. We kind of just service everywhere. But we do service restorations, so metal frame, classic cars, paint walls, stuff like that. We'll remove paint, rust, epoxy, powder coating, whatever you need.
The floors?
Yeah, so we could take your floor, we could get it down to whatever's below it. We'll take most cars down to bare metal. Usually the end goal is to get it down to bare metal. That way you can repaint it, whatever you want done with it, reuse it however you want.
So today Austin's gonna be blasting the Camaro's inside. That's like one of the pieces that really needs to be done. I think the outside is in pretty good condition. And he's also gonna be walking me through the process today and kind of showing me what needs to be done.
When it comes to cars and certain metal, we start with a test blast, and that's where we'll set a small PSI, and then we'll work our way up. That way we don't warp the metal, break the metal.
And is this something you wear a respirator for? You don't want to breathe that, right?
Most of the time we do.
In case you're wondering, by the way, he's 7'5". I know everyone thinks that I'm short, but he's just tall. I guess we're gonna get started. I'm gonna walk you guys through the process with Austin here, and he's gonna show me tips, tricks. I don't want to give any trade secrets though, so we'll avoid that. Ready to get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's do it. Rule number one about doing sketchy shit is that you film it. So I have got the Camaro here. I have just screwed some wood with some wheels on it, just straight through the floor pan. You can see the screws there. And we're gonna try to let it out slowly, and we're gonna hit that 6x6 with the back wheels and chalk it. So Austin's gonna help me, hopefully not kill myself, but is there anything that I need to do to make this any easier for you?
Anything you don't want to be destroyed, yeah.
So,
All that stuff over there.
should I vacuum it real quick?
No, because I'm gonna have to blow it out anyways, because it's gonna be piled with sand.
Yeah, anything that's in here is okay to get destroyed at this point.
So what we do here is we'll take this hose and we hook it up to this hose, which then goes to this pot. And this right here is how we control the pressure. Okay. So like I said, we'll start at a lower one, we'll build it up. For something like this, I don't think we'd have to go above 60 PSI probably, because it's pretty thin metal. 16 or 18 gauge probably. It'll come through here. The whole machine's powered through that.
And this is your big old blaster.
Yeah, this is the blaster. So this is what we use, yeah.
Okay, and this is all diesel powered then?
Yep, all diesel powered.
Yeah, so it's like basically just a generator.
Yep. There's all kinds of material you can use. We use this one because it's an easier cleanup, the end result's better, and it's not $20 a bag. Like it's more cost efficient as far as jobs go.
Is it glass or sand?
Oh, it's both. So you have sand in there, and then there's crushed glass in the actual sand.
Oh, cool.
But what's really cool about it is, because when I tell people that, they're like, oh, what about if I step on it or anything? You can literally step on it barefoot. It's not going to cut you. You won't even realize you're stepping on it.
I would assume. I have one of those shitty Harbor Freight ones, and that's what I use, is really fine glass.
There are some blasters out there that we've talked to, and they'll use, some guys use dirt, some guys use steel shot.
I know some people use like walnut, like walnuts.
There's all kinds out there, and it's just, as far as pricing a job to what it costs to actually get the material, it's just not worth it. This works perfectly fine, and it's not that expensive.
Can you recycle it too? Do you collect it afterwards, or you just basically like
no, once we use it, at that point it just becomes sand, because the glass that's in there kind of creates a spark, which if we did it at night you'd see it, but the glass hits whatever you're blasting, it'll literally create a spark. Start early enough in the morning, and it's literally just like watching a light show, because there's such a spark when the glass hits it because of the pressure.
Oh yeah. Can I help you load it up?
Yeah, if you want.
It goes in here?
No, that is actually water. So what's really cool about this machine is some clients want it wet blasted. So that's a water tank. It holds about 200 gallons. Lines from there that connect to back here. It does this, it's literally, so it goes from that tank to here, and then it combines. You would fill this pot with water, so then it's literally almost like just wet sand.
Okay.
We choose not to do that for most jobs, because it's just, you run into the issue where you'll have flash rust
immediately after.
Yeah, so it's like it could dry, and then it will rust a lot quicker than if we just dry blast it. You can stick your hand in there, you won't even realize there's glass in there. Like, at all.
I'm just kidding. It's basically just sand, and that's all glass is anyway. It's just sand anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is in Minecraft anyway. How many bags will this hold at one time?
3. And usually per pot, you get about an hour and a half of blasting.
Oh, wow. You said 3 bags?
Yeah, so that'll be like probably the last one I need. Most likely.
Listen to that baby purr. Is that a Duramax? What is that? So where's the throttle on this thing?
Push that down, and that will power it to go up. And then as soon as you let go of the trigger, it's usually about a 3-second delay for it to stop.
Okay. Austin's got to get his big hose. The first time this car has seen daylight in years. I'm very excited to get this done. This is a big step, and this is, after this, it's full fuck on this car. Yo, is it just me? Or the Chevy tailpipes look like USB or HDMI cable? They look like mini HDMI ports. I wonder if he'll let me play with it. See all that shit? All that shit. I can't do anything about that. That's great. It works so good.
You good?
Yeah, that's loud. That's loud as fuck. No wonder why you had your headphones in.
Yeah, it gets really loud.
Dude, that's cool as fuck.
So yeah, that's usually what the end goal is. So you could like take this for example, that is the end goal, bare white metal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, probably when you get done, I'm just gonna rattle can it with primer to hold it in the meantime. And then after that, I guess, then I'll start cutting and whatnot.
Yep.
Cool.
This will be fun.
This will be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen cars where, I'm not even kidding you, like you could take that spot and I'll literally have to just hold there on the spot for so long because either the rust is really thick or whatever was on the floor was thick.
Camera is glass, covered in sand and glass. Dude, my ears are ringing from just being around it. I don't know how he does it. I mean, he has headphones in, obviously, but like, jeez. Man, he's blown through this. I've been chatting with Austin for like the better part of a couple of months, and this is the problem working with me. Like, as soon as we agreed on like a time and place, their machine broke, and I was like, that's your fault for working with me, because nothing I ever do is as simple as A to B. It's A to 2 to 12 to 7 to C, then back to B. Same thing with the dually, with the Camaro, the Mustang. It'd be like that sometimes. It's like a clay or something. I don't know what the fuck this is. Feels like poop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace all of that. The VIN looks really good though.
At least the VIN's still intact.
Yeah, right? That's crazy, man. I'm gonna have to make all of this. I'll probably sever it here and then just remake it. Would that hurt? Would that fuck your skin up if you got hit by it?
Oh yeah, so if you literally stick your hand in front of that nozzle while I'm blasting, it'll literally rip it down to muscle, quite literally.
Oh god.
Like, it'll just rip it straight to bone, honestly. If the PSI is high enough, straight to bone. Whatever's in front of you is not about to be in front of you anymore.
This is actually not as bad as I thought. I mean, that sucks. I'll probably have to cut this all out. Yeah, I'll have to cut that out too, but this is in better condition than I thought. I think I got sand in my ear. deal for me. It's nice to have good partners involved that can help me out with this, like today's sponsor, which is Mechanics Superstore. And I'll be getting some tools and stuff from them as well that will make this whole project a lot easier. They literally have everything you in your garage or your shop would ever want or need. Tools, compressors, tire stuff, tube benders, lifts, hoists, and everything in between. Like this lift right here, the AMGO Pro 12SX, which is actually great for trucks like my dually. That's something I might actually need. They also have smaller lifts for like your cars and even your motorcycles, which is actually something I also need. And this is actually where I've bought a lot of my stuff over the years for my shop and my garage, like my oil catcher hose lines. To be honest, the tire setup and alignment system would be a good choice too. They also carry all kinds of brands and they even set it up for you as well, including lifetime tech support. And they offer financing as well. My biggest need right now is their tube bender. I think I'd like to build a cage of some kind in the Camaro, and that would make it about 50 times easier. I am so tired of bending tube. If I had $1 for every time I bent tube, I'd have enough to buy the tube bender. But if you use the link in my description enough, they might just hook a Dan up. I also have a coupon code you can use, GearUp75 for $75 off your first purchase, or Salute100 if you're military, $100 off. Thank you, Mechanics Superstore, for sponsoring today's video.
It came out really easy, actually.
Hell yeah, that's gonna save me so much work. I think I'll just replace this one like I did that one. I've also hopefully got a tube bender coming, so I'm thinking about doing just like a half cage in it. What I'd really like to do, because the redneck in me wants to cut this roof off and make it a T-top, because they didn't make T-tops in these years. I think it'd be really cool to make like the first T-top, second gen. All right, man, that was awesome, dude. That was a really cool experience to watch. You're a kick-ass worker. What'd that take us, like 2.5, 3 hours?
Yep, just about 3 hours.
I say us like I helped. I did nothing. I watched. I got in his way.
It was actually pretty simple. There were a couple spots that were tough, but overall, it was probably one of the best cars I've done.
Hear that, everybody? Best car he's ever done. Not one of the best.
The best, yeah.
The best. Get fucked, everybody else. But listen, I'm going to link everything for these guys in the description. If you're in the Atlanta area, you need something blasted. These guys are mobile. They'll come out to you with a trailer. They'll blast that shit for you. They'll probably send Austin, which is great because I think he's probably the best worker there, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, man, this is going to make things a lot easier for me. The inside's about 100 times cleaner than what it was. You saved me like, I don't know, probably a couple of weeks of just grinding.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about that is a lot of people just try to use grinders or they try scrub brushing it, and it's like, if you let us come out and do it, we'll be done in a day. But we save you a lot of time.
And you guys do more than just cars. You guys do flooring, you guys do
anything you want paint removed off of. The only discretion we have is when it comes to like brick. You obviously have to worry about the mortar because that's something we can't control, but mortar will come off if we do brick. We mainly specialize in anything metal. I got a job next week that I'm doing that with. I'm removing paint off of concrete. So anything you want paint removed off of, metal, concrete, whatever.
You make it sound so fun.
It is a lot of fun, actually, just watching the process of it all.
That was the coolest part, is like watching the material of him like just spraying it and like it just washing away essentially. It was like super gratifying. I imagine that's like a super rewarding part of the job.
That's why I don't get tired of doing it.
Well, cool, man. Thank you so much for coming out here and doing this. Like I said, link for everything. My hands are clammy, but thank you again, guys, for coming out. Give him a check out, and yeah. All right. Man, I am stoked with those results. I'll be blowing sand out of this thing for the next couple of days, but it's really not bad. I got probably 90% of it cleaned up. Just a little bit here and there, which is no big deal. If you saw what this car looked like before, you knew how miserable it was in here. The only thing that we couldn't get with the blaster was some of the seam sealer here, just here and here. And you know, that's not that big of a deal. I don't think that's gonna prevent me from doing anything. I think I do have to cut out some of this anyway. So I'm just gonna do the best I can. I might even burn some of this out with a blowtorch. We'll see how much I need to when it comes time to do the tub kit, which I need to do soon. But man, this is fantastic. A lot more was salvageable than I thought. I'm probably still gonna replace this floor pan with my own custom one like I did over there. You know, I'm very happy with that repair. This corner over here, I was really positive that I was gonna have to replace this corner, this whole section here, and this actually is in great condition. We both looked at it and thought that that'll be good. Same for the other side too. That was another section that I thought was gonna be terrible. Matter of fact, I think this is the only step that I've taken where I haven't found anything that I was surprised by. And that's good. I think, like I said, we're finally at rock bottom with this. That's awesome. I'm very happy with that. The amount of time it took, it doesn't get any better than that. He was in and out in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Got here at 1, started at 1:30, finished at 3. This was the bad area that I was really worried about, and nothing's changed here. This is still just a shit show. I think regardless, I'm gonna have to cut here, I'm gonna sever here and replace all of this. I think I'm just gonna have to fix it myself. This whole section, which I have a repair panel that actually replaces this whole upper thing sent by Speedway. Thank you very much, Speedway. That's gonna be going on soon. I think what we'll do is next video, we'll get everything that I have parts-wise, we'll get it all laid out and figure out what needs to go where and how we're gonna continue. This turned out really well. I was worried that this was going to be very bad, and it honestly, it has really turned out much better than I thought it was going to. So I'm gonna try to get this thing back inside, finish getting it cleaned up, and then I need to primer the inside so it doesn't rust. So. Wow, this is just out of this world. I'm gonna try to get this primed tomorrow. It should be fine until then. But guys, thank you again for the love and support, and thank you again for Austin and Atlanta blasting professionals for coming out here and doing this. We've been trying to line this up for quite some time, so I really appreciate you guys coming out. Please show them some love and support, and if you're in the Atlanta area and you ever need anything blasted, please reach out to them. Tell them Dan sent you. I am almost positive that I'm gonna need them again in the near future. But thank you guys again for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.